Welcome to Astute JS. Today we are going to see currying in JavaScript. What do you mean by currying? Currying refers to the process of taking a function with n arguments and transforming it into n functions that each take a single argument. It is essentially create a chain of partially applied functions that eventually resolves with the value. So this is a theory written here. Okay, that will be definitely confusing. So let me go to a practical direct coding. Okay, so here you are seeing a function volume. The function volume which accepts LWH, which is length, width and height. Okay, so to execute this function you have to pass three arguments to get the result. Okay, so what is currying here? So I can make curried so that I can call a function with the individual arguments. So this is the curried form of the function volume. Okay, so this is a sample code snippet. So let me go and write a simple code here so that you can understand better. Okay, let me write a simple function. Let's say a function a. Okay, no, function add. Okay, which returns a function okay and again it returns a function. Sorry, okay, so let me add the parameters a, I'll say b and c. Okay, so I'll return finally output saying return a plus b plus c. Okay, okay, so if I call this function uh, so I'll get the output of a plus b plus c. Okay, so how do I call this function? So to get the complete output, so I have to call this function like console.log add 1, okay, add 2, add 3. Okay, so let me execute this function. So you're getting the output as 6. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. Okay, so this is how we have to call the function. Okay, let me take you a different approach. So I'll remove this, so I'll add this one. Okay, so here what I'm doing, I created two different variables where a equal to add of 10 and where b equal to add of 20. Okay, so there are two different functions a and b. Okay, so let me clear this. I'll call the function. Okay, so the function a returns 13 and function b also returns 13. Okay, because I'm calling a continuously, let me say b. Okay, I'll clear and run again. Okay, so if you see function a returns 13 and function b returns 23 because the closure what we created on a has a value 10 and the closure what we created on b which has 20. So but the remaining arguments are same. So you can call a function or you can divide a function during the calling time, so it will be really helpful sometimes. Okay, this is how you can use these functions. Okay, so whatever we have seen so far is like how to create a currying function. In the sense, we didn't curried a ordinary function, we created a curried function. So we'll see how to create a curried function. So for that we need multiple functions, so let me add few functions. Okay, what I'll do now, I'll add a function. Okay, so this is a function. What happens, this function will accept name, age and gender. When I run this function, you will see a name is Mike and age is 21 and gender is male. Okay, so this is the ordinary function. So this one I want to make it current function dynamically. So how can I do that? So we'll see. Okay, so for that you have to use some prototype functions. Let me add the functions which is already written by me. Okay, I'll just paste the functions. Okay, so this is the function written ordinary. Let me drag a little bit. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm creating a prototype function inside the function object called curry. Okay, this is a function, and for every function object the curry will be available. Okay, curry in the sense the curry function will be available as a prototype method. Okay, so this function, what it does, so whenever you call this function, it checks whether the arguments length is lesser than 1 or not. Okay, if the function doesn't have arguments, so nothing to do here because you cannot make any current functions. Okay, then it accepts the method. Okay, the current method we are making as this, and I wanted to slice the arguments so that I can call the function in the curried way. Okay, then the same thing I'm doing here, and I'm concatenating because I'm using the apply function. So I'll drop this link below so that you can see the code and you can understand better. Okay, so I don't want to explain each and everything. Okay, so how do I call this function in the curried manner? Yes, I have few examples. I'll paste the examples here. So I'll comment the existing part which is not required now. The same function, my function, I'm calling as curried. So my function dot curry. Okay, this is a function name. I'm not calling the function directly. So I'm calling dot curry. Okay, so if I say dot curry, I can call the function with the individual parameter. Okay, so that is what currying in JavaScript. So you should be able to call your function with individual or with a single parameter, even though it accepts multiple parameters. Okay, so my function dot curry, so initially I'm sending only the name. Okay, so I stored in a variable called Graham. Okay, so the same function I'm calling again with curry of age. Okay, so second time I'm sending the age, third I'm sending the gender. Okay, so let me run. So we'll get the same output. This is I ran before with ordinary function. Okay, direct function. So this is I'm calling using the curried function. So from this approach you can divide a function execution with based on the parameters. Okay, I hope you can understand. You would have understand better about function currying. So if you have any questions, just drop me down. Let me definitely I'll try to clear you. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.